Here we go, nervous bit. Yeah, don't need that bit. We'll do the same on the other one, and then it's a matter of problems. No, it's fine. It's fine because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now we've got all this in the right place. All we've got to do is get that angle and that flat. So if this end I can move up and level it, and then just basically slot it in and weld around there. With this in place there. There's wiggle room. We can work with this. That goes there. That goes there. So clean all this out. I don't know what... The welding from these was done before I'd actually been able to weld better. You're looking at a decade and a bit. And they've held all this time, but the weld's not very good under there. So I'm going to clean all this up, thin it down, try and get as much of the weld out as possible, because this guiding tube isn't going to think. It's getting the weld in here that's going to be important. So, get back to you after I clean this up. Right then, what I did is I've measured down here the two straights. And it was 60 to there, and then it was 65. It was, as you saw before, it was 65 points. So what I did is effectively straightened it out here, and I added a few centimetres. How long did I measure? I can't remember. But basically I wanted this line to be exactly equal, which is where that was originally. So I've basically gone off the back of this block here, bolted it down, tacked it up, and then what I've done is I've followed the line down to across here, so that marries up. So they should be on the bike in exactly the position they should be. If you look here, there's a box around it. If I show you that, can you see that small hole? I hope you can see the small hole. There's a small hole just here. That's where the original screw was. Remember, one was longer than the other. One tube was longer than the other. We've adjusted for that, moved it back, so this is now a straight edge. What I've got to do is tack this into position. That should be straight there. That's a little wonky because of heat, because when I welded that I made it smooth. It's bending a little bit, but I can just nip it back and it should be fine. So that should be about, that's straight along there, that's straight along there. That is, all I've got to do is tack this up, take it off, tack the other side, and then we're in business. We're getting there. We're getting there. I've put a pencil on underneath this one to give it the right height, similar to that one. It's actually the same pencil width. I think it's about there. Pencil width about there. So that should give me bang on where I need it to be. So what I've got to do now is tack all this up. That's in place. That's exactly where it should be. That is along that line there. Excellent. Let's get the welder out. Right then, so all we're doing is filling this gap. Now if you notice that I actually sliced off the tubes off the end, that's because they didn't fit inside, and so I thought slice them off. There is a little tube in there that's acting as a little bit of additional width, but we can go with this. Just got to tack it up. It's going to be fun. That'll hold it in place while I do the rest of it. It's actually not too bad. So flip it over, weld the other side. I've got the other side. Let's pull you out a little bit. And as you can see, there's a little sleeve of metal in there. That is another tube that I put inside, and basically it's just to add thickness, but when that welds all together it's just a little bit extra strength, hopefully. Right, it's 1.6mm rod, Machine set at just a touch 80. So it should do it. I'm using shortened rods again because I'm just finding I'm getting a lot more control over the weld puddle. So I've got all the tools. We've got to try and fill this side. Right then, this is straight, this is straight, this is straight. This is almost matching exactly where the original points were. Still going to clean up all this weld. I basically built up the weld there and just built it up so that became a fairly straight edge. I did it on the same on the other side, and basically just there's so much weld there that needs cleaning back. But yeah, as you can see, this is almost exactly where it needs to be. If I line up everything straight, it is almost exactly where it needs to be in that little box there. That's fine, that's fine. That's all straight, that's fairly straight. And so I needed to go on this line here, as I showed you before. This is just a little bit wonky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up this little corner here and just click it, and that should straighten it up. There is a bit of flexibility there, but we're going to take that flexibility out when we put these stays over here. So yeah, so all I've got to do is heat up this and then bend it. That's going to be fun. It's almost exactly where it wants to be. So, right, I used the blowtorch, which I'm almost running out of, and a little bit of leverage to heat up this point here. Then basically I put it in a vise and I just basically use this just to bend that ever so slightly there, and it's bang on, it's bang on, it's in almost perfect position. It'll do for government work.